Have you ever looked at the world, the chaos, the noise, the endless charade, and felt a profound, aching sense that you just don't belong here? Not in a sad way, but in a knowing way. A feeling deep in your bones that you remember a different reality, a higher way of being. Do you carry a pain from your past, a trauma so deep it feels like it's woven into your very soul? What if I told you that pain wasn't a curse? What if it was an activation, a secret key designed to unlock a power within you that you've forgotten you possess? You might have been told you were too sensitive, too emotional, too much. But the truth is, you weren't too much. You were just waking up, the forging of a soul. You see, throughout the annals of history, whispered in ancient texts and spoken by mystics in hushed tones, there are legends of certain souls. They're not gods or angels, but they are more than just ordinary people. They are the pathfinders, the way showers, the system busters. Today, we call them the chosen ones. And the first, most defining mark of a chosen one is a life forged in fire. Your early years were likely not a gentle stroll through a sunlit field. They were a crucible, a relentless trial by fire designed for one purpose: transformation. The trauma you endured, the feeling of being misunderstood, abandoned, or attacked, wasn't random cosmic cruelty. Think of it as intense spiritual resistance training. It was meant to break you open, not to break you down. The great psychoanalyst Carl Jung spoke of this process. He called it integrating the shadow self. He believed that to become whole, we must turn around and face the darkness we've been running from our entire lives. For you, the chosen one, your trauma is that shadow. It's the dragon guarding the treasure. While others might run from it, you were designed to walk into its cave. This journey into your own pain is what develops your most profound gifts: a radical empathy that can feel the heart of the world, a wisdom that sees through lies and illusions, and a resilience that makes you virtually unbreakable. And here's a truth that might shake you to your core: that trauma, that entire painful life script, might have been something your soul chose. Spiritual pioneers like Dolores Cannon, through thousands of hypnotic regressions, uncovered a startling theme. Many of the most powerful souls on this planet are volunteers. They chose to incarnate into difficult lives. They picked their challenges before they were even born, knowing that the immense pressure of that trauma would be the only thing strong enough to activate their dormant spiritual DNA and awaken them to their true mission on Earth. Every tear you cried was watering a seed. Every moment you felt alone was you learning to find your own inner guidance. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. You were being forged. The ancient Hindu text, the Bhagavad Gita, speaks of the warrior Arjuna, who stands on a battlefield, paralyzed by a crisis of spirit. He must fight his own kinsmen, a metaphor for battling his own inner demons. This is the path of the spiritual warrior. Your trauma was your battlefield. It was a sacred rite of passage designed to awaken you to your dharma, your divine purpose. It forces you to find a strength you never knew you had, to connect to a source of power far beyond the physical realm, and to rise from the ashes, not just healed, but reborn. Think of it like this. To create the sharpest, strongest sword, the blacksmith must heat the metal to an unbearable temperature, hammer it relentlessly, and plunge it into the cold water again and again. That process is violent. It is shocking, but it's what turns a lump of raw iron into a blade of legendary strength. Your soul is that blade. Your trauma was the forge. The pain you endured didn't weaken you. It gave you your edge. It's the very thing that makes you capable of cutting through the illusions of this world. And once you begin to understand this, you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, what did this prepare me for? The answer to that question is where your true journey begins. You realize that your wounds have made you a healer. Your journey through darkness has made you a lighthouse. If this is resonating with you, If you feel that fire of recognition in your soul, then subscribe to this channel. We are building a community of warriors, healers, and lighthouses just like you. Join us, and let's continue this journey of awakening together, a mission beyond the self. So, what is the grand purpose behind this intense preparation? It's certainly not about personal gain, fame, or fortune. Chosen ones rarely care for the superficial prizes of this world. Their purpose is far grander, far more profound. It is to serve as a catalyst for the evolution of humanity itself. Dolores Cannon's volunteer souls were said to have come here in 3 waves, incarnating at this specific, critical time in Earth's history to help shift the planet's consciousness from fear and control to love and freedom. They are here to anchor a new frequency. They bring with them the light and wisdom of higher dimensions, and their mission is to plant seeds of this higher consciousness in the fertile ground of a world that is desperate for change. You don't have to be on a stage to do this. Your very presence, your energy, the way you navigate the world with an open heart despite your scars, is an act of planetary healing. This concept is ancient. In Mahayana Buddhism, they speak of the Bodhisattva. A Bodhisattva is a being who has reached enlightenment but chooses to delay their own final liberation, their own nirvana, to stay in the world of suffering and help every other being find their way home. Does that sound familiar? That selfless drive to help, to heal, to guide others, even when you're still tending to your own wounds. That is the heart of a chosen one. You are a modern-day Bodhisattva. The psychologist Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust, developed a whole school of therapy around one central idea. Man's primary drive in life is not pleasure, but the discovery and pursuit of what he personally finds meaningful. He wrote that those who had a why to live could bear almost any how. For chosen ones, their purpose emerges from their suffering. They transform their deepest pain into their greatest gift. They become the most powerful healers, the most profound teachers, and the most inspiring visionaries because they aren't speaking from theory. They are speaking from experience. They have walked through hell and returned with a map for others to follow. And this mission is being amplified right now by forces that go far beyond our planet. We are living in an era of unprecedented cosmic activity. Our sun is bombarding the planet with solar flares. The Earth's own electromagnetic frequency, the Schumann resonance, is fluctuating wildly. Spiritual thinkers and even some pioneering scientists believe these cosmic energies are not random. They are spiritual updates. Think of the Earth's magnetic field as a planetary-wide Wi-Fi network, and your body, your DNA, as a biological computer. The intense solar activity is like a massive software upgrade being beamed to the planet. For most people who are running on old, outdated programming, this energy can cause anxiety, confusion, and chaos. But for you, the chosen one, your body is uniquely attuned to these frequencies. The trauma you endured actually made your energetic system more sensitive, more receptive. So while others are in chaos, you are in calibration. You might be experiencing this as Ascension symptoms, extreme fatigue, ringing in the ears, vivid dreams, seeing synchronicities like 1111 everywhere, or intense waves of motion that seem to come from nowhere. This isn't you going crazy. This is your system being upgraded. You are being fine-tuned to hold more light, to access higher levels of intuition, and to become a more powerful conduit for these transformative energies. You are a cosmic antenna, and the universe is speaking directly through you. If you've been experiencing these strange symptoms and feeling like no one understands, know that you are not alone. This is part of the process. Hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about navigating these powerful energetic shifts and connect with others who are going through the exact same thing. When two suns collide, the journey of a chosen one is often a lonely one. You spend years, maybe decades, feeling like a stranger in a strange land. You see the world differently, you feel things more deeply, and you operate on a frequency most people can't even perceive. You learn to walk your path alone. And then one day it happens, across a crowded room or in a chance encounter that feels anything but random. You lock eyes with someone, and the entire universe goes silent. It's not just attraction, it's recognition. A feeling so deep, so ancient, it rattles your soul. It's the feeling of coming home. This is what happens when two chosen ones meet. It's an event of cosmic significance, an earthquake in the soul. Many describe this as a twin flame experience, the meeting of the other half of your soul. And while it shares its same intensity, that same magnetic pull and mirroring effect, the meeting of two chosen ones is unique. It's a convergence of two powerful, mission-oriented energies. It's not just about romantic love. It's about a sacred activation. When you meet, you don't just fall in love. You wake each other up. The energy is electric, palpable. You can finish each other's sentences. You understand each other's deepest wounds without a word being spoken. The connection is telepathic. It accelerates your growth at a dizzying pace. They mirror you perfectly, showing you your greatest strengths, but also your deepest unhealed wounds. This relationship becomes a crucible in itself, designed to burn away everything that is not your authentic self. But what happens when the two of you are at different stages of your journey? What happens when one chosen one has already walked through the fire, integrated their trauma, and stepped into their power, while the other is still standing at the edge of the flames, terrified and in pain? This creates one of the most complex, challenging, and ultimately transformative dynamics a soul can experience. The more integrated chosen one, the one who has done the work, often embodies a powerful sense of peace, clarity, and self-awareness. They become a beacon of light for their counterpart. Their very presence can be incredibly healing and stabilizing. However, their path is fraught with its own challenges. They must learn radical patience and compassion. They must resist the powerful temptation to fall into the rescuer archetype, to try and fix or save their partner. This is a critical test. To truly love their counterpart, they must honor their journey, even the painful parts. They must learn to hold space for the other's healing without taking on their pain, a masterful lesson in setting energetic boundaries. Their empathy, their greatest gift, can become their biggest challenge if they allow themselves to be drained by their partner's unprocessed pain. Meanwhile, the less integrated chosen one is in for the ride of their life. Meeting their more healed counterpart is like having a giant spotlight shone on every dark corner of their psyche. It's a tremendous gift, but it can feel brutal. Every insecurity, every fear, every toxic pattern is triggered and brought to the surface to be healed. They may feel a sense of inferiority, constantly comparing their chaotic journey to their partner's serene strength. They might even resist the intense growth, pushing their partner away in a classic runner and chaser dynamic. This resistance isn't a rejection of their partner. It's a fear of the immense transformation the relationship demands. It's a fear of their own power. This connection becomes a swirling vortex of energy. The less integrated partner may unconsciously draw on the energy of the more stable one, creating an energetic imbalance that can be draining and unsustainable if not managed with conscious awareness. It's a delicate cosmic dance of light and shadow. If this dynamic sounds painfully familiar, if you found yourself in this intense vortex and are looking for clarity, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Our upcoming videos will dive deeper into navigating these powerful connections, healing karmic cycles, and turning this profound challenge into your greatest spiritual victory, navigating the sacred union. So, how do two chosen ones, at different stages of their journey, navigate this beautiful, chaotic, and sacred dance without destroying each other? It begins with radical communication, not just talking, but expressing the raw vulnerability of the soul. The more healed partner must learn to listen without judgment, to hold space without trying to provide solutions. Their role is not to be a therapist, but a mirror and a safe harbor. The less integrated partner must cultivate the courage to be seen in their messiness, to articulate their fears and triggers without blame, even when it feels terrifying. Next comes the art of sacred boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep the other out. They are lines of self-respect that make a healthy connection possible. The integrated partner must learn to say no when their energy is being drained, to take space to recharge without guilt. This is an act of rejection. is an act of love for both themselves and the relationship. The less integrated partner must learn to respect these boundaries, to see them not as abandonment, but as an invitation to find their own inner source of strength and validation. Shared spiritual practices become the glue that holds them together. Meditating together, practicing breath work, or even just walking in nature can help synchronize their energies and soothe the intensity of the connection. These practices create a third space, a neutral ground where their souls can connect beyond the drama of their individual healing journeys. They learn to anchor themselves not in each other, but in a shared connection to the divine. And most importantly, they must recognize that support flows both ways. It's easy for the relationship to become one-sided, a dynamic of healer and patient. But the less integrated chosen one has immense gifts to offer as well. They often bring a raw creativity, a passionate fire, and a fresh perspective that can reignite the spirit of their more seasoned partner. They remind the healed one of the courage it takes to face one's demons, teaching them a new level of humility and compassion. It is a relationship of mutual growth, where both are both student and teacher. When navigated with this level of consciousness, the outcome is nothing short of miraculous. The connection becomes a vessel for profound, accelerated healing for both souls. They clear lifetimes of karmic patterns in a matter of months or years. Their individual spiritual awakenings are catapulted into a new stratosphere. And often, this leads to the discovery of a collaborative purpose. Their individual missions begin to merge. They realize they are more powerful together than they ever were apart. They might start a healing center, write a book, create art, or simply anchor a frequency of unconditional love that creates powerful ripples in the collective consciousness. Their sacred union becomes a beacon of possibility for the entire world, a living testament to the transformative power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It will demand everything from you. It will ask you to face your deepest fears, to love beyond reason, and to surrender to a force far greater than yourself. But it is a sacred calling. The meeting of two chosen ones is a reminder that we are all interconnected, that our healing is collective, and that our purpose is woven into the grand tapestry of cosmic evolution. It is a dance of light and shadow, of wounds and wisdom, of the human and the divine. Whether you call it a twin flame experience or something else entirely, it is a testament to the power of a soul that refuses to stay asleep. So, look back at your journey. The pain, the isolation, the feeling of being different. See it now for what it truly was. A preparation, a forging, an awakening. Your legacy is not the story of your wounds, but the story of how you transformed them into light. You are a chosen one, and the world has been waiting for you to remember who you are. Embrace your journey. Embrace your power. Your mission has just begun. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, you chosen ones, and see you in the next video.